Now we will see that how the binary search works. The first thing about the binary search that you have to get in your head and is very important, this is a question that's been asked in many places, that the first condition of binary search is the array has to be sorted. If the array is not sorted, you cannot apply the binary search. Okay, now let's go to other points. The initial search region is the whole array. Okay, look at the data value in the middle of the search region. You have found your target, stop. If not, we keep going. So what does this mean? Let's see an array, then it will be clear for us to understand. So basically what we do, we start with the middle of the array. So if this is my array, okay, and let's assume this is the middle of the array. So if I ask you that find the number 35, so what this algorithm does, instead of starting from the array 0, it starts from array 4, that means in the middle. Okay, and from there, it actually tries to compare that the number I am searching, okay, is it more than 45 or less than 45? So the number here I am searching is less than 45, right? Is 35. So that means it will make a decision that as the number 35 is less than 45 and the array is ordered, that means the smaller numbers are in this side. Okay, so I don't have to search this part of the array. Are we clear? Again, what it does, it starts from the middle of the array. So initially the search region is whole. That means you will be searching the whole array. But at first case, what it does, it compares the middle of the array with with the value that you are searching. So here I am searching the value 35, and then it will decide that whether 35 is larger than 45 or smaller than 45. So we can see that 35 is smaller than 45, right? So what it will do, it will discard this whole array, and next case it will only search in this area. Okay, now here's one thing. So there are three conditions actually. Condition one, whenever I am searching for a 35, first thing I will check, okay, whether it's equal to this 45, is it equal to 35 or not? Secondly, if it is equal to 35, that means I have already found my item, right? If it's not, I will decide to go left or go right. So let's go back and see the rules again. So the initial search region is the whole array. So initially we start at the middle of the whole array. Okay. Now look at the data value in the middle of the search region. So we have compared with 45, right? And we have seen so that we have compared the value that I'm looking for. Let's assume that is 35 with the middle of the region. So initially we have assumed the middle of the region is here in this one 45. Okay. So what we do, we actually second case, if we found your target, that means if the middle item is 35, we stop. Okay, but if we don't find our item, we try to find out your target is less than the middle item or is greater than the middle item. So these three conditions. So if the target is equal to the middle item, we stop. If the target is less than the middle item, the new search region is the lower half of the data. If the target is greater than the middle item, the new search region is higher half of the data, and we keep continue this step. So let's go and see again one more time. So we're looking for what? 35 here, right? So let's write 35. So initially what it will do, we can see that 35 is here, but computer actually don't understand that 35 is here. Computer will start at the middle of the array. So in this whole array, we can see this is the middle. Why? Because there are 4 items in this side, there are 4 in this side. And it will compare this array 4 with the number that I'm searching. So are they equal? No, right? 35 is not equal. So it will compare whether it's greater than 45 or less than 45. So whenever we are applying the binary search, as we can see, this 35 is actually less than 45. So that means you don't have to search this whole area. And this single operation saves you from half of the array. Now, the total array size here was only 9, right? So in the 9 case, okay, just doing one comparison, you have discarded the 4 items from the list. Now imagine if it was an array of size 90, and just by doing one comparison, you'd be able to discard almost 44 items. That means 44 items that you don't need to search. And this is just the first iteration. In the second case, what you will do, so you have discarded this part, that means you don't have to search in this area. So next case, what you will do, you will start with this array. And again, you will see what is the middle of this array. Okay, let me just remove it a bit. So we'll start with this lower part of the array. Okay, this part is discarded. Now, which one is the middle one here? This 37. Okay, so you will again compare that whether this 37 is equal to 35 or not. Obviously, this 37 is not equal to 35, right? So we will discard. So we have to either go in this direction or this direction. Okay, so we will compare whether 37 and 35, which one is larger. So obviously 37 is larger. That means there is no point of looking in this side. Now, every time we're taking this decision that there's no point of looking in this area, it's only because we know the array is sorted. If the array was not sorted, we would not be able to take this decision. Okay, so then this 2 item is discarded. Okay, so again, we will create a new array. The new array will be only this 3 item. And this whole array is discarded. Okay, and again in this one is the middle. Okay, so in this middle case, okay, as you can see, this is the middle. So if I compare with 35, the first step, so this will match. So that means I have found my item. Now, first thing, how many search operation did I need to do? Only 3. First, what I did, I compared with 45, then I compared with 37, and then I have found my item. This is number 1. So in the 3 iteration of loop, I will find my item. So this is obviously fast. Secondly, that I didn't have to do lot of comparisons. Just think that without just 3 comparison, I have discarded this six array elements that I don't need to look in this area. Okay, and just by doing this simple task, what I did, I have saved a lot of time. Now imagine this was let's try to find out 55 or let's 51. Okay, let's see how it works. So again, it starts with 45, and it will check whether 51 is equal to 45 or not. So is it equal? No, right? So as this is not equal, it will try to look whether 51 is larger or smaller. So should I go in this area or this area? So it will say that 51 is large. That means you have to go. So 51 is large. That means you have to go in this area. Okay, so this you have to go in this part. So you can actually cut out this whole part. So secondly, again, my new array is this one, the new region of search. So the 51 is the middle one. Okay, so you see, just by using to search, I have found 51. And this actually goes on for large amount of values as well. What you can do, you can take your own array and you can practice this, okay, at least once, and you will see this is actually much more faster and easier. Now let's see the code. So this is how the algorithm work. And so the implementation that I was showing you before. Now, as you can see, in the first one, I actually told you that I selects the region, this region, but how the code, the program selects the region. So for selecting a region, the program has a technique called 3 variables. One is first, one is middle, and one is last. So every iteration, the program updates this value, and with updating these values, okay, program actually finds out the new region of search. So without talking, let me show you the code. So this is the code for binary search. Okay, so let me go one by one. So this is the search function. It has 2 parameters, the number and integer search value. So the whole array and the value that you are searching. Now, initially what we do, we start with low 0. That means the initial boundary is 0. High means the highest boundary. Okay, that means the length of the array is length minus 1, and mid equals to low plus high divided by 2. I will explain it one by one, don't worry. Okay, so initially what we do, we declare the function, we take the array, whole array, we start the search value. Now what does this low, high and mid means? They are basically, what they do, they actually, whenever we started with this array and trying to find 35, okay, initially this one is low, this one is high, and this one is middle. So low, middle, and high. So when we compare and discard this part of the array, what happens is that when we discard this part of the array, this one becomes high, okay, this one becomes mid, and this one becomes low, and it keeps going on like this. So let me explain in the next video.